Ordinary. I kept thinking, that's not what I want to be. Ordinary sounded too normal, and I thought everyone would agree. Yet they gave me an ordinary house, an ordinary childhood, ordinary friends, and it was all good, until I decided I didn't want to be ordinary anymore. And I kept thinking, what in the world could I explore to not be ordinary anymore? So I started to climb the highest mountains, only to find out that there are higher ones. I swam in the clearest waters, only to see that there are clearer ones. And I traveled to the most famous places, only to realize I haven't been the first one there. And all of a sudden, extraordinary seemed so scary. Extraordinary seemed so scary because in a world like ours, ordinary is good. As long as you're ordinary, living according to the rules, doing what you're told, you can get old and consider yourself to have lived a happy, ordinary life. But you also can get old and consider yourself to only have lived a happy, ordinary life, although you could have done the extraordinary. So here's my question. Who defines what it means to have done something extraordinary? Who gets to say whether I lived an ordinary life? Who says that I only have an ordinary voice? Who defines what it means to be ordinary? Well, I do. I define it. So I came to the conclusion that although I might only feel like a small part of a crowd, and although I might not usually feel proud about what I have achieved, I have done a million things already that make me feel extraordinary. I climbed this really high mountain. What an extraordinary thing to do. I mean, look at the view. Think about all the obstacles I had to get through. I swam in those super clear waters. I saw all those amazing places, and that's when I knew. You don't have to do extraordinary things to be extraordinary. You don't have to move mountains to be seen, and you don't have to shout loudly to be heard. Sometimes it's a single word that can define your whole life. And my word today is extraordinary. And now I'm sitting here debating whether my life does have this extraordinary tone, and I have already grown by simply thinking about it. My life is as extraordinary as I declare it to be. And I want you to see that being ordinary is the most extraordinary thing in this world.